Every day I see so many comments of you guys telling me you're losing your hair, you're going bald, and you don't know what to do, and I get it. It's traumatizing to see your hair falling in clumps in the shower or when you run your fingers through. So in this video, I want to share with you some of my top hair loss tips that I wish I knew earlier for maintaining healthy long hair. So if you enjoy, subscribe, and let's begin with the first hair loss tip, which is washing your hair more often. Scalp health is going to be your priority when you're losing your hair in chunks. When a person goes through hair loss, the sebum secreted from your scalp acts as a carrier for DHT, which is the hormone that causes hair loss. And if you let it sit for a very long time, it can further aggravate your hair loss. So when you wash your hair often, you can actually decrease the amount of DHT that it can contribute to hair loss by decreasing the amount of oil on your scalp. To be very honest, I never liked the idea of washing my hair daily because it can be drying for the actual hair. However, I found that washing your hair every 3 days is the perfect balance that ensures you're removing harmful sebum, but at the same time the appearance of your hair won't get affected much by this constant wash. Once you have it under control, you can come back to your normal hair wash routine if you would like, because it can definitely be more beneficial for some people to wash their hair less often, but not so much for those with hair fall problems. My next hair loss tip I wish I knew earlier is prioritizing weekly scalp exfoliations. I get it, when you're losing your hair like crazy, the less we touch our hair the better, so we don't get upset, but this is a time when your hair follicles need to be as clean and unclogged as possible so they can absorb nutrients much better. In the past, I have used so many scalp exfoliators, and let me tell you, the best scalp exfoliation you can do while you have hair loss is the one that requires less physical rubbing on the hair. So using glycolic acid or any type of chemical exfoliator is the best idea during hair fall, and always exfoliate twice a week. According to studies, scalp exfoliation can increase hair fullness and reduce hair shedding by controlling dandruff, which is a yeast that it can potentially irritate the hair follicles. Also, scalp exfoliations work along with hair growth treatments to be more effective. However, there is one thing I would personally suggest you to stay away right now when you have hair fall, which is using this type of scalp exfoliators, because the scrubbing can be too much on your weak hair follicles, and all we're trying to accomplish here is to exfoliate the skin with the minimum effort. Using the right shampoo in this fragile moment, it is so important because it can break or blossom your hair, especially when you're facing hair fall. You need to be a little bit picky of what you use on your hair. So with this said, my next hair loss tip for healthy hair is to use a zinc or ketoconazole shampoo. These type of shampoos are the most recommended to use on hair loss because these ingredients strengthen weak hair follicles, remove impurities out of the scalp that it can prevent new hair growth, and it pushes your scalp to grow more hair. When you shampoo, do it with warm water, never with hot water, because it can weaken and dehydrate your hair. Also, hot water can make you produce more sebum faster, which is not ideal during this time. And when you wash it, do it in cruising, gentle motion. You don't have to go hard on your scalp or use your nails. Both of these actions can harm your scalp and cause you more hair fall. Make sure to take your time when you clean your scalp. 3 minutes is ideal for removing DHT sebum and for accomplishing a very clean scalp afterwards. And by the way, if you can't get this type of shampoo, then do the hair hack of mixing on your hand 5 drops of rosemary oil with your shampoo. Massage into your scalp and then leave it in for 5 minutes, and after this, rinse as usual. Even though hair loss happens from the roots, it is important that every time you wash your hair, you use a hydrating conditioner or a hair mask to prevent dryness and breakage on your hair. And this simple step can definitely prevent or even stop hair breakage from getting worse. Stress can push your hair follicles into a resting phase. It reduces blood flow to the scalp, and when this happens, our hair follicles don't get enough oxygen, and that is why hair begins to fall. So my next hair loss tip is to do the Ditumensis therapy massage daily. Scalp massages, when they are done right and consistent, can cause blood vessels to expand under the skin, generating more blood flow to the hair follicles, which causes them to produce thicker, healthier hair strands. times. If you don't know, this is the most effective scalp massage for hair loss because it puts enough pressure on the scalp to produce more blood flow in the hair follicles to wake them up and to stop hair loss. When you do this massage, do it without oils or before using hair oils or any type of hair growth treatments. So the massage begins with a warm-up, and you need to warm up the scalp for 2 minutes. So for this, you're gonna use your knuckles, and then with a back and forth motion, use a mild, strong pressure. Start by massaging weak points around your scalp like the crown, temples, the back of your hair. You'll know you're putting good pressure on the massage when your arms start to burn, trust me. After this, we're gonna proceed to pinch the scalp for 3 minutes. The motion you're gonna do here is similar to when you poke a pimple, but in this case, we're not using the nails, only using the fingertips in this exact way. And once again, you're gonna focus the pinch on the temples, crown, middle parting, and the back of your head. For this massage to work, it needs to be repeated twice a day, so in the morning and at night for 5 minutes each time to make it effective. By the way, I only do this type of scalp massage when I see a lot of hair shedding happening, and I would suggest you that if you're struggling with hair loss, this is the type of massage you want to implement in your routine. My next hair loss tip is using rosemary toner to promote hair growth. If there is one natural remedy I can suggest you when you're going through hair fall, is rosemary. This natural remedy is considered to be almost as effective as minoxidil, which is a regrowth medication. Yes, it can take months and consistency for you to see regrowth, but this blend really works. So the way you make this hair growth toner is very simple. All you gotta do is to brew 3 tablespoons of dry rosemary leaves in 2 cups of water for 30 minutes. Once the rosemary properly is bond with the water and the water looks brownish, go ahead and strain the mixture and then store it in a spray bottle. And right after you do the scalp massage in the morning, this is the time when you apply this rosemary toner all over your scalp to stimulate hair growth. I usually spray it a little bit only on the scalp and not on the ends of my hair. And when you apply, make sure most of the application goes to the thinning areas of your scalp. And you can use this daily if you want to, but also 4 times a week will still do wonders on your hair. By the way, I like to use rosemary water during excessive hair shedding because I can use it daily to stop hair fall. On the other hand, with rosemary oil, I like to use it less often during the week and when I'm not facing hair fall. When hair starts to fall excessively in clumps, this is a sign that not enough oxygen is getting to your hair follicles. So my next hair loss tip I wish I knew earlier is to drink the right amount of water. Water transports oxygen, so when enough water is in your body, nutrients are absorbed and distributed throughout the body much easier. Drinking water also increases the amount of oxygen on your hair follicles, cleanses the scalp from mineral buildup that causes hair breakage and loss, and it is the most effective way to keep your skin on your scalp and your hair very hydrated. However, not everybody requires to drink the same amount of water during the day because we're different sizes, and depending on this depends how much water your body needs. So the way we figured this out is quite simple. So you're gonna take your weight, and if you do it in pounds, take that number and divide it by 16, and the results you get is how much glasses of water a day you need to intake. Now, if you calculate your weight in kilograms, take this number and divide it by 7. And again, the result you get indicates how many glasses of water a day you need for your body to stay hydrated, to create tons of oxygen. By the way, make sure to drink your water during the day and not in one sitting because it can be too much for you, and trust me, you don't accomplish much with this. Same with water, protein plays an important role in hair growth. So if you're not consuming enough protein in your diet, your hair is more likely to become dry, brittle, and in some cases, extremely low protein diets have been shown to promote hair loss. So that is why my next hair loss tip is eating eggs weekly. Hair is mostly made of protein, so ensuring you have enough of it daily is crucial for making weak hair stronger and healthy again. And eggs are a great source of of protein and biotin, which are 2 essential nutrients for hair growth. You can eat 1 egg every other day to provide your scalp with these important vitamins. And for the rest of the day, you can have any type of protein you prefer, whether it's from meat or vegetables. I also enjoy drinking plant-based protein smoothies during the day, which makes it easy for me to keep up with the protein intake. Plus, these are super delicious to have. I know how difficult it is to stop fixating and stop thinking about your hair fall, but when this happens, I'm gonna give you my next hair loss tip, which is getting natural vitamin D. There's evidence that when you have vitamin D deficiency can cause hair loss and other hair problems and even depression. Vitamin D, it is important in your hair growth because it reduces inflammation and it stimulates hair follicles to grow. In my opinion, the best way to get this important vitamin in your body is from sun exposure. So the way I do this is just by taking some time to walk around when the sun is not strong. Walking is literally a hair loss medicine as well. The more you do it, the more it's going to help you to get rid of cortisol in your body. It's going to improve blood circulation, release happy hormones. Walking for an hour daily also helps you to improve your mental health during these really rough times. When I walk, I like to be present. I like to admire the colors around me, the nature. I love taking deep breaths, and I just practice to allow myself to enjoy this time without worrying about my problems. And this simple act really makes a difference on how I feel for the rest of the day. Like, I feel way more calm after. Hair loss is a very complicated topic. It's not triggered by one simple thing. It could be triggered by so many things, from stress, it could be a thyroid problem, it could be a PCOS problem, it could be generic, or you're applying something on your scalp that is irritating. It could be so many things. Like I said, if you can go to a doctor, definitely do it. Get checked so it can help you to figure it out. Why are you losing hair? The tips that I'm giving you are good practices to do when you're going through hair fall. And also, I just wanted to say that you are more than hair. You are a beautiful, loving human being, and your hair doesn't define who you are. It's who you are as a person inside. That's what it defines you. I really hope you guys enjoy and learn from this video, and if you did, don't forget to share some love to me by subscribing to this channel right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll get to see you in the next video. Pura vida!